Hey guys, MrCol96 here. Now, as you may have noticed with the binder updates, that I've gone back to my regular habit of videos whenever I want and putting up binders. And I'm gonna stick with that, because schedules are just not good for me. I couldn't stick with them on my gaming channel, which now I can't even do anything on. For the next 14 weeks, I'm gonna probably do as many videos as I can think of, because after that, I won't have a computer unless I can fix my desktop. At the moment, I've only got my school computer working. So yeah, I'm just gonna shuffle my friend's half-built Final Countdown deck, which might actually be good this format. But as you can tell by the title of this video, that I'm going to be discussing meta for this format, or what I could see becoming meta for the format, or just what I see happening in the format. Okay, so the way that I see Konami hit the ban list, I did a discussion of this on my team channel. You can check it out if you want. The link will be in the description. And I actually will put the link in the description this time. I always say I'll put the link in the description and forget about it. But yeah, this format, I watched D-Boys, Team D-Boys do a video on this, and Damien from there did a video, and he said basically you could play whatever deck you wanted this format, and I see that to be true. Because there's no real gonna be meta. There's gonna be deck. He even said this. He didn't see any decks to be like the top deck, because there's not going to be this format. I didn't see any decks being the top deck this format when I read the ban list, and I still don't see them. I can see decks that are gonna be good this format, and I can see decks that are gonna see a lot of play this format, but none that are gonna be the top deck. And if you don't know what I mean by the top deck, like the deck that no one can beat, the deck that everybody plays, that every time you see a format, there's that deck and maybe one or two other decks. So, for example, last format was E-Dragons, Prophecies. E-Dragons were the top format. Prophecies were like the deck to come after it. And then you got Mermail, which were the deck to come after Prophecies. Now, I'll start off by saying you could play any deck this format, and as long as you can play it good, as long as it's structured, not just randomly throw cards together, make sure you structure it. Like, I have a deck that I'm building that's just random cards thrown together, but it is structured to one thing, and that is to troll my opponent. I'll probably do a YGO Pro duel. YGO Pro deck profile and do all of this, because I believe it to be good, and that's what I want to. That's what I want to see. What it is basically is I based it around Beast Warriors. So I run bears to search out my Tenkies, and I use my Tenkies to search out Cat's Ear Tribe. And now Katia Tribe, what it does is it's a 200 attack monster, and anything it attacks becomes 200. So it was made to like go, okay, I attack into your monster, both sacrifice. But now that Tenki's out, Tenki gives it that extra boost to make it an extra 100, so it becomes a 300 monster, and then you just run into any monster you want. So that's why I built it, just for that card alone. Well, I actually started building it when I saw the OCG ban list and saw that they were going to get Grand Mullet too, so I'm just like, yes, I want that. But then nothing happened. It didn't happen, so I was sad. Okay, so I'm gonna stop looking at the deck in a minute because it's distracting me from the video. But yeah, so as I was saying, play any deck you would like and it will work, and it is possible to top this format with any deck. Any deck, as long as you can, out of the decks that I'm about to tell you, that I believe are going to be top, or I suggest going to a tournament like the first night of the ban list, seeing what everybody's going to play this format. So once I finish sorting out this deck, because it's going to piss me off if I don't. Okay, so yeah, as long as you know how to side against the, like I said, go take whatever deck you want to the first night of the tournaments, see what everybody's going to run, probably take the deck you want to play this format, take it how you want to run it, see how it goes against what decks, see what decks that top that tournament. I want to do this, so I don't think I have any decks finished. I will probably find cards to replace a couple of cards so I can use X-Sabers, because that'll be my main deck, or if I can borrow a certain deck off somebody. But yeah, and then see what tops, and then build a side deck to stop what beat you in that tournament, and then what topped. Because I believe unless someone's just going to see how that deck would run that tournament and then doesn't play it again, whatever people top with, if people top, they're going to play that for the whole format, or at least until a better deck comes out. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I suggest to do. Now we'll go into the decks that I believe will top this, will be like the most used decks this format. The top of my head, Prophecy. The only thing that got hit in the ban list was Judgment. They're just going to revert back to the Priestess format. Now, I know people, like I said this on a few videos on YouTube, a couple of people turned around and said that's a bad deck. Well, it worked enough for them to keep playing it before Judgment came out. They're just going back to be playing it now that Judgment's been hit. Mermail. Mermail got hit with Diva and Dragoons. Not that important. They can still run the deck perfectly fine. You still got triple Taos, triple Sphere, triple everything. Just find something to replace Diva and Dragoons, and there's that. Replace. Bujin. Bujins I can see being sort of good, and then after Shadow Spectres comes out, when the Beast Warrior variant comes into it, it's gonna be good. At the moment, I'm running. I know I'm gonna run even after Shadow Spectres comes out. I'm gonna run my format, which is just not all the Bujin effects, using their Bujin effects, and then just trying to get Sasan Tai out to spam the field, and then like Cranes to run over monsters, Ophidians to attack directly, and stuff like that. Blackwings, I can see sort of being good at the beginning, because a lot of people are hyped that Blackwings will come back now that Whirlwind's at 3. I know it's going to come back. Well, I know how good it's going to be now that Whirlwind's at 3, because I've been a Blackwing player for like 4 formats now. I played them before Insectors came out. I played them during the Insector format, and then just before the Insectors got hit, I bought the Insectors and went with Insectors. And then I had a rough run-in with Light Swans, which I'm going back to Light Swans now, but I tried Dragon Swans, which were the Chaos, a Light Swan deck with the Chaos Dragons in it, like Light Pulsar, Dark Flare, and Eclipse. And then that went bad, so I tried to go to Chaos Dragons. So it was just Chaos Dragons with Luminas and Lilas and Rykos. Sorry, not Luminas and Lilas. Lilas and Rykos. And then that was bad. I tried running pure Light Swans, that failed. I tried running, well, then after I sold the deck, I tried Chaos Light Swans, which is the deck that I know I can run. So I'm trying to get them back again. I'm just trying to think. Other decks. Fire Fist 4-axis. I don't know what 4-axis is, but I asked someone on a Facebook group what decks they fought, and they said 4-axis. I know that's Fire Fists. I can see Fire Fists at least being tier 2 this format, because people well, Bear's coming in tin, so Bear's gonna be easier to get. He's like going for $2 as tin if you pre-order on websites such as Troll and Toad. And he's going to be a lot easier to get, so people are going to use it a lot more. And I believe Fire Fist will be tier 2. And then someone else said Infernities. Now, I can see that being a good deck, but not being a top deck. It's a good deck because the format's slow. There's not much back row hate anymore, so without Heavy Storm, you've only got to worry about Black Rose, which not many people will use, because not many people synchro nowadays. Well, you never know, it's a new format, but people running Dragon Plants will run it, but yeah, it's a slow format. You just got to worry about MSTs and possibly Black Rose. The only things that will hit your back row now, unless someone just decides to run Breaker. Oh, sorry. I'm tired. And yeah, that's what I could see happening, and that's what I do see happening. Infernities could probably be tier 2, if that. They will be good this format, but I don't see many people running them. It's not a good enough play style for everybody to pick it up and play it. Like, I know 2 of my friends play Infernities. 2 of my team members, CJ and who used to be Bound Mortal, but now doesn't go on Bound Mortal much, and Chris, who is a co-leader of the team, and CJ is the leader. Yeah, so that's what I see happening. I'm really tired. Once again, like I said, I'm trying to get as many videos out as possible before I have to hand in my school laptop. So if you have any ideas on videos, shout them out and I'll try to find them. Or I'll see what I can do about them. There'll probably be dual videos maybe, or deck profiles, or such. I know there's 2 deck profiles I want to do, the anti-meta that I was talking about earlier in the video, and Fire Burn. And Fire Burn are really good. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and Yu-Gi-Oh all the way.